fake MN2. Oh my god, you're the murderer!
Just run it, man. I got the imposter. Finally. That means I'm the Empire. Thank goodness. I have to kill him in the shadow. So I have to figure out exactly what he does. There's lights that I can turn out, and there's other things as well. I'm gonna go over this way. I'm gonna go into decontamination actually. Alright, let's go in here. And I can sabotage a lot of things. First off, I think I'm gonna turn out the lights. Go do that. Now lights are out. Oh wait, there's a little mine right here. I'm gonna go make a mine system. Go over here and then let's do sabotage on something else. I can close all the doors. Like this. Okay, now I'm a vampire. I don't know what that does. How do I get out of this? I need to kill him. All the Avengers coming from me. The reactor. Run! I'm going to the reactor. I'm going. Or at least I'm pretending like I am. Okay, right there. Not really. Here. Okay, who else can I kill? Maybe I'll kill Zoe. Who knows? Uh-oh. No. They vented away.
Why didn't you report that?
I was looking around the corners to see if they were still around the corner or something.
Okay, it was a bit ago. I do know that.
Yeah, it was definitely probably during the reactor. And I saw the peanut on the left side, and I think Zoe's on the right.
Wait, Zoe, how do you know it was a bit ago? I knew you were the imposter!
Wait, what?
No, I'm not the imposter. I'm not the imposter, but I know something.
Oh.
What do you know?
She's gotta be lovers with them or something.
I'm gonna stop talking.
She's gotta be lovers or a different role then.
Wait.
Oh, okay. Let's not guess her role because she'll die. No.
I'm a little confused. She was just her.
How did you end up over there?
I came from reactor. I saw the reactor and I saw you and Zoe, and then we went down.
Sure you didn't vent?
You were both.
Siberia would start by declaring independence from Russia, making them attack them. However, with the support from the United States, Russian forces would fall back, adding more sabotage to dinner. What would happen if Siberia got mad and formed the Frozen Empire? Siberia would start by declaring independence from Russia, making them attack them. However, with the support from the United States, Russian forces would fall back, letting Siberia become their own country. They would quickly create their army and attack Mongolia, who wouldn't have many people, and would quickly lose. Siberia would proclaim the Frozen Empire and would quickly start producing their new frozen weapons. With their new army being created, they would test their new strength with attacking Kazakhstan, shocking the world when they would use their freeze blasters to destroy them in a matter of minutes. Frozen Empire would now be ready to take revenge on the Russians, and the battle would begin. Russia would have millions of troops, but wouldn't be able to stop the frozen soldiers, who would totally demolish them. What would happen if Siberia got mad and formed the Frozen Empire? What would happen if Brazil and China swapped places? With those two swapping places, China wouldn't like their new position and would get their army ready, trying to expand north. They would know that Argentina is their biggest enemy, so they would start with attacking Bolivia. However, Paraguay would join in to help, uniting their forces with Bolivia. This still wouldn't be enough, as the Chinese would just be too strong, destroying them. Meanwhile, Brazil would really prosper, since they would have good relations with both Russia and India, leading to them becoming one of the strongest countries in the world. Back in South America, China would finally declare war on Argentina, and the battle would begin. The entire South America would send some volunteers along with the United States, trying to help the Argentinians. However, China would be one step ahead, as they would attack aggressively early, beating Argentina. With them falling, the rest of South America wouldn't have any chance and would fall to the Chinese rule. United States wouldn't want to risk a war and would let them have the entire continent in exchange for peace. What would happen if Brazil and China...
Do you hate Roblox? Are you strong? Is your name Lewis? Do you hate Roblox? Are you strong?
These are the countries that consider the United States an enemy. Starting close to home, Cuba, Nicaragua, and Venezuela remain firmly anti-U.S. Across Africa, relations are tense with Mali, Niger, Libya, Sudan, and Somalia. But the real heat is in the Middle East, especially Iran, which openly calls the U.S. an enemy. In Asia, the rivals are clear: North Korea and China, while ties with Myanmar stay cold and distant. And in Europe, America is mostly surrounded by allies except for Serbia, Belarus, and of course, Russia.
choose between saving his family or killing 150 of his passengers. So what he did next was absolutely genius. So in 1963, a pilot named Diego Sanchez was flying a plane with 150 people on it. Then all of a sudden, while he was flying, his radio crackled with static. Then a strange voice came through. It wasn't the airport, it was actually blackmailers. They told Diego, "We have your family, and if you don't crash the plane into the ocean, we will kill them." And Diego heard his wife crying in the background, so he knew that they weren't playing games. So Diego started flying the plane lower on purpose to make the blackmailers think he was obeying. And while he was doing that, he passed a note to his co-pilot. The note told him to use an emergency secret phone to call the airport and explain the plan. And as the plane was going lower, the passengers got scared and they started screaming. And the blackmailers could hear the screaming through the radio. But then the airport cut off the radio. So to the blackmailers, it sounded like the plane had crashed into the ocean, and so they released his family. This pilot had to choose between saving his family or killing 150.
This rainbow hole trend is somehow still getting thousands of likes. I'm gonna try this. Can it really be this easy?
Shakira, Shakira.
Behind this massive movie head. It all began when Speed hired this guy to renovate his room, and Speed told him one rule: no anything related to Messi and Argentina. This guy then completely ignored him and painted Messi all over, and even a cardboard cutout to Speed gave a little hug. Everything else got covered up in the progress, but the graffiti above his bed was never erased. Instead, it is still hidden behind this movie head. Never ask I Show Speed.
Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There you go. Alright, that's the vegan. Come on. Place it. No way, bro. Seven. There you go. Alright, that's the vegan. Come on. Place it. No way.
Hey, bro! You stole my chair!
Where did you go?
This device lets you read people's feelings. Look.
Tung 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 sahur.
Aboy, got A minus. I never got A plus lah. Hey, oh.
Shakira.
I can only kill when I am vampire.
Why doesn't the U.S. let Japan build nuclear weapons? Japan's surrounded by threats because China, North Korea, and Russia all have nukes. So why won't America let its closest Asian ally get nukes? Firstly, it triggers a nuclear arms race in Asia. Japan go nuclear and builds their own immediately. So if Tokyo has nukes, Seoul needs them, and Taiwan wants them because the entire region becomes nuclear armed within 5 years. But the real problem is China. Beijing goes crazy. Their worst nightmare is a nuclear armed Japan. So China accelerates its nuclear program from 500 warheads to 5,000. Why doesn't the U.S. let Japan build nuclear weapons? Japan's surrounded by threats because why doesn't the U.S. let Ukraine join NATO? Ukraine's been begging for membership since 2008. They're literally fighting Russia right now. So why won't America let them in? Firstly, it triggers World War III immediately. NATO's Article 5 activates if Ukraine joins during the war. So American troops deploy to fight Russia tomorrow. So it's not a proxy war anymore. It's direct NATO-Russia war. The real problem is China. They stayed neutral until now, but if Ukraine joins NATO, they go all in for Russia. Beijing watches NATO expand and sends troops to help Moscow. So suddenly, it's NATO versus Russia and China. Why can't the U.S. leave NATO? America funds 70% of NATO's budget and defends 31 countries. So why can't the world's strongest military just walk away? Firstly, Europe collapses without America. Germany, France, and Italy all have tiny militaries. So without U.S. troops and nuclear weapons, they're defenseless against Russia. Putin moves into the Baltics within months. So Europe falls back under Russian influence. But Japan watches America abandon NATO and thinks if they're next, every U.S. ally worldwide wonders if America's protection means anything. Putin has been trying to destroy NATO for decades. Why can't the U.S. leave NATO? Why does Texas want to leave the U.S.? Texas independence movements get millions of supporters. There's even a Texit campaign modeled after Brexit. So why does America's second largest state want out? Firstly, Texas thinks they don't need America. They produce more oil than most countries, so their economy's huge. They think that they don't need other states.
Shakira.
on their own without federal laws that are holding them back. If that happens, China would be watching closely because Beijing sees American division and knows that if Texas is out, America is weak and permanent. Russia would celebrate and legally fund separatist movement. Why does Texas want to leave the U.S.? Why did America refuse Russia to join NATO? And actually asked in the 2000s, he wanted Russia to join the alliance. So why did America say no? Firstly, NATO was built against Russia. The entire alliance exists to stop Soviet expansion. So if Russia joins, NATO loses its purpose. Every defense budget, every military exercise, all designed against Russia. So without a Russian threat, there's no point in NATO existence.
Oh, it's not bad.
Eastern Europe, Poland, the Baltics, and Romania all joined NATO to escape Russian domination. So if Russia joins, they're in the same alliance as their... Why did America refuse Russia to join NATO? Putin actually asked in the 2000s. He wanted Russia to join the alliance. So why did America say no? Firstly, NATO was built against Russia. The entire alliance exists to stop Soviet expansion. So if Russia joins, NATO loses its purpose. Every defense budget, every military exercise, all designed against Russia. So without a Russian threat, there's no point in NATO existence. Is Eastern Europe, Poland, the Baltics, and Romania all joined NATO to escape Russian domination. So if Russia joins, they're in the same alliance as their... Why did America refuse Russia to join NATO? Putin actually asked in the 2000s. He wanted Russia to join the alliance. So why did America say no? Firstly, NATO was built against Russia. The entire alliance exists to stop Soviet expansion. So if Russia joins, NATO loses its purpose. Every defense budget, every military exercise, all designed against Russia. So without a Russian threat, there's no point in NATO existence. The real problem is Eastern Europe, Poland, the Baltics, and Romania all joined NATO to escape Russian domination. So if Russia joins, they're in the same alliance as their... Why did America refuse Russia to join NATO? Putin actually asked in the 2000s. He wanted Russia to join the alliance. So why did America say no? Firstly, NATO was built against Russia. The entire alliance exists to stop Soviet expansion.
Why did Hitler invade France if he was only interested in Eastern Europe? Hitler's real obsession was conquering Eastern Europe and destroying the Soviet Union. When Britain and France declared war after Poland, Hitler was stuck in exactly the situation he wanted to avoid, fighting in the West while planning to invade the East. He couldn't afford a two-front war. So Hitler decided to knock out France quickly to secure his western flank, hoping Britain would make peace after France fell. But his victory over France was so easy that it actually delayed his real goal. He got distracted and then had to bail out Italy and Greece and Yugoslavia, costing him a war. Why did Hitler invade France if he was only interested in Eastern Europe?
Are you guys ready to open presents?
Who's going first? Who's going first?
I'm going first.
Karan, you go first.
Let's go.
Your color is gold. Any gold color is yours.
This one right here. This one right here. I want that one. I want this one.
Are you sure?
Yes, I want this
Promise
one.
I'm not happy.
This Christmas is about to be the best presents ever for you.
All right, man. Let's go. Let's go.
Okay, I'm gonna help you.
Alright.
This one is heavy.
Easy, guys. Oh! It's a heavy one.
All right, let's open it. Let's open it.
Can we help you open it?
Yes, open it.
Oh my God.
Yo, wait, what?
Wait, what is it?
Why does it say Bugatti?
My boy got a Bugatti! Are you ready to ride your first Bugatti?
Let's go. I'm ready.
George.